Hello everybody, I'm Jeremy Wilkes.
I'm Isabel Schwarz.
And we are your moderators and hosts today for this event here in Budapest. And we're going to be guiding you through all of the sessions. Isabel, quickly, a few words about you.
Truly European, Franco-German, living in Amsterdam, working for the European Culture Foundation, and very happy to be here in such a great crowd.
A real European.
Jeremy, yes, absolutely.
And I'm British.
And still part of the family.
So,
as long as it lasts.
We'll just leave that one there. The EIT, it's a broad vision. It has great goals, huge ambition. And at this event, which I was proud to take part in last year, we talked about the first 10 years of the EIT, but this time we're going to talk about the next 10 years of the EIT. And it's a chance to celebrate the knowledge and innovation communities, the KICs, which you're going to hear so much about today, who bring together the leading research labs, universities, and companies from all around Europe. A special welcome to the new KICs who are here in manufacturing and urban mobility. Give us a little wave and a cheer if you're out there.
Yeah.
There they are.
Welcome.
And you'll have a chance to meet them, share ideas, hear how it's going at the networking coffee break and the dinner and all of the other opportunities to meet each other here today. And we have, of course, important guests and forums and debates. And we need to go through, first off, though, some of the housekeeping rules. Most importantly, if there's a fire alarm, then the exits are over here, so on your left-hand side. And that's rather important to know about. We have a coffee break coming up at 2:30, and if you need to go to the bathroom, it's up the stairs on the left-hand side. If you are tweeting, and I hope you're tweeting or using other social media applications, then use the hashtag INNOVEIT. Share your thoughts. Tell us what you think. Tell us your ideas. We'd love to hear them. And now we're going to welcome up on stage, for the opening words of this event, Anna Trbović, who's a member of the EIT Governing Board and Executive Committee. Come on up.
Thank you. It is an honor to warmly welcome you to INNOVEIT. It is the 5th edition of this event, but as we heard, we actually have over a decade of hard work behind us. Today we are here to celebrate our accomplishments because in the room we have all the stakeholders from Commissioner Navracsics to other policymakers, ministers, friends, really a family of innovators. Because if there is one thing that differentiates EIT from other networks is that it is pan-European, it crosses national boundaries, and it resolves societal challenges. So I feel that we have made a contribution to accelerate and in a way also mainstream social impact innovation in Europe. Our network started with dozens of partners. Now we speak about thousands of partners in a true embodiment of a knowledge triangle, the education, research, and business working together hand in hand. Earlier today, I had a question from the journalist about, the typical questions, sorry to the journalist, but, are we lagging behind the US in integrating the community? And I would say maybe that was a conversation we could have had maybe 10 years ago, but no longer today. Today, it is a common practice for universities to work hand in hand with businesses, and we help them do this in a more effective way that also helps people live better, produce products and services such as a more effective construction material, a more reliable way to diagnose a disease, a sustainable way to produce batteries. We have a number of those innovators also showcasing their innovations today. And one of the purposes of this event is also to recognize them and to have them also be role models for future innovators across Europe. So it really is a pleasure to involve you today, and we have asked all the moderators today to start with questions earlier and to have you really engage in discussions with us. Now, today is also a moment where we look to the future, and our success has been recognized in that there is a proposal for a 25% budget increase for the EIT in the next cycle of funding, and there is a proposal to have 2 more communities. One of these that is already identified is culture and creative industries. And today we'll have one specific panel talking about that topic and trying to see, what are the possible pathways to accelerate innovation in that area as well, and what is the role to be played by EIT. And the entire strategy of the European Commission, which was adopted this summer, is a basis for the future budget. And we're fortunate to have Commissioner Navracsics with us today, who will tell us more about the thought process behind that and possible implementations. So with that, I wish to leave you in good spirits. I hope to meet as many of you as possible. I had a very enjoyable day yesterday with our alumni. And it really is a place to connect and to try to propose new ideas, create new networks, and continue with the wonderful work that we have been doing as EIT. So thank you, and I hope that we will all enjoy the day together today. I will leave you with a map, which is, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see it on the website of EIT, which is where we are present today, and it is literally across Europe. And we're trying to harness this diversity going forward. As a governing board, we are seeing value in diversity, both geographic and other types of diversity, and fostering that. And we as a community are leading in that sense as well, and hope to mainstream diversity of innovation across Europe. So thank you, and enjoy the day.
Thank you very much, Anna. Wonderful. Thank you very much for welcoming us on behalf of the EIT Governing Board. And thank you very much also for mentioning the acceleration programs and the investment, not only in the innovation communities, but also in Europe. And very importantly, I find now the innovation dimension into culture and creative industries. Quite exciting times. And now for the opening session, for setting the frame of what are we talking about if we look at innovation in the last 5 years, where do we come from, what journey have we gone through, and where does it lead to, what's the perspective for the next year to come. I invite Commissioner Navracsics, Tibor Navracsics, who is Commissioner for Culture, Education, Youth and Sport, and also the responsible for the IIT. Welcome. Thank you very much for having you here.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased to be here for INNOVEIT 2019. Talking to innovators and entrepreneurs who have benefited from the support of the European Institute of Innovation and Technology, I'm always struck by how wide-ranging its impact is. The EIT is making a difference to the lives of talented, creative people, as well as to our society as a whole. This year, INNOVEIT is particularly significant to me. It is the last time I address the entire EIT community as Commissioner responsible for education, culture, youth and sport, and as such also Commissioner in charge of the EIT. I'm proud to have been responsible for these policy areas for the last 5 years. It was a crucial period for innovation and for Europe. The pace of innovation is accelerating dramatically. The European Union needs instruments that are agile enough to adapt to this fast-changing environment. We don't need innovators to be told what innovation is. What we need is a tool that brings the most knowledgeable and the most entrepreneurial people together so that they can discover the new directions we should take. Keeping up with the pace of innovation is crucial for Europe to foster economic growth and create jobs, but it is even more so to build an inclusive and sustainable society. Innovation is the only way to tackle today's major global challenges, such as social inequality, demographic developments, or climate change. and developing and nurturing innovation ecosystems that are focused on people is the only way to be ready to address the challenges our society will face tomorrow. With the EIT, the European Union has developed an instrument capable of responding to both these needs. Since 2008, through trial and error, the EIT has opened new perspectives on how innovation can be supported efficiently and effectively at EU level. The knowledge triangle has become fundamental to our approach, and we have found an effective way to bring together education, research, and industry. And this success has been recognized and rewarded. The European Commission has proposed to fund the EIT with 3 billion euros in the EU's next long-term budget, 2021-2027, a 25% increase compared to the current financing period. I count on Member States and the European Parliament to support this ambition. So, what we have learned in the first decade of EIT. First, we learned that, although it has to be supported at EU level, innovation happens locally and regionally. There is no better way to increase a region's innovation capacity than by nurturing local innovation ecosystems. This is a key element of the EIT model under the current Horizon 2020 program, and one that will be strengthened under Horizon Europe as of 2021. The EIT will act in tandem with our smart specialization strategies, building on the strengths of our regions. We have also proposed to increase the share of funding allocated to the Regional Innovation Scheme, which targets countries that are modest or moderate innovators, with the goal of helping them benefit more from the EIT community. Second, we learned that people are the most important element in the innovation process, which is why we have put education at the heart of the EIT. We need to support our higher education institutions so that they are able to train the next generation of researchers and innovators. Entrepreneurs need the right skills and mindsets to thrive in a fast-changing environment. And universities need to be more open, more entrepreneurial, and better integrated into the local economy to help equip innovators with these skills. Again, on this aspect, the EIT doesn't act in isolation. It complements other Commission's initiatives, such as INNOVEIT, the Knowledge Alliances, or the European universities under Erasmus, not to mention other Horizon 2020 initiatives directed at higher education. And here again, through the new strategic innovation agenda, we have proposed to strengthen the education dimension of the EIT under Horizon Europe. Third, since the EIT supports innovation by connecting innovators and creating innovation ecosystems, it has the most impact when it targets fragmented fields, where the interconnections between education, research, and industry have not yet been put in place. This is why the EIT model was designed to guide the knowledge and innovation communities. It supports towards financial sustainability after 15 years, making it possible for new KICs to be funded and new challenges to be addressed. This is also the reason why the Commission has proposed to launch a new KIC on the culture and creative industries in 2022. Over the past 5 years, I've had many opportunities to see Europe's fantastic creators in action. I have seen how culture and creativity can help to regenerate cities and regions, how they can foster job creation, resilience, and development, how they can bring people together, helping to build communities and a sense of belonging. The cultural and creative sectors have great potential. However, they are rather fragmented, and innovators and business creators often lack entrepreneurial and innovation skills. These are precisely the issues that the EIT was created to tackle, and a knowledge and innovation community dedicated to the cultural and creative industries would also complement the 8 existing communities in the EIT portfolio, opening up many opportunities for deeper cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to leave the EIT well equipped to address the challenges ahead. I leave you with plans for a reinforced budget and an ambitious agenda for 2021-2027, currently under discussion with the European Parliament and the Council. More importantly, I leave you knowing that you are a fantastic community of people who are making innovation happen and who will continue to help us build a competitive, cohesive Europe for the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.